Hello, my name is Nick Rouse, and this is my presentation on identity theft countermeasures. In this presentation, I will discuss a brief overview of identity theft, what it is, and some statistics. I will also cover ways to prevent identity theft by providing a series of measures one can take to counter the identity thief. Last, if one has fallen victim to identity theft, I'm providing some resources and steps to aid in the recovery process. Identity theft is when an individual assumes the identity in any form of another person for some kind of gain. This is usually for financial gain, but things such as reputation or political motives could play a role. The who, what, when, where, and why are pretty straightforward. Identity theft can happen to anyone, including you. The target is usually an individual's money. Identity theft can happen at any time given the state of technology today. An individual in China could be stealing an identity in the middle of their day while the victim is sound asleep here in the US. That answers the question where. They could be anywhere. A big contributor is weak personal security. According to the National Council on Identity Theft Protection, 33% of Americans have been victim to identity theft at some point in their life. Identity theft has been steadily increasing over the decades, and it's more important now than ever to take measures at protecting ourselves. One of the best practices an individual can adopt is safeguarding personal information. Keep information such as social security numbers, birthing information like dates, locations, and maiden names hidden unless you know the source is reputable, for instance enlisting in the military or signing up to be a police officer. Never carry important documents like that with you on a regular basis because you run the risk of losing control of those documents. Another good practice is to exercise caution online, especially in your email box. We assume everyone has heard of the Nigerian prince scam, but some people may not have heard of the nude photo extortion scam. Be on guard when visiting websites too. Some may harvest more than cookies if you click the wrong link. The third practice we can look at is monitoring credit regularly. Apps like Credit Karma provide an excellent overview of your financial state. There are also credit monitoring services you can purchase that will do this for you. Next, using VPNs is a great way to combat hackers who have made it onto yours or the public's Wi-Fi, as they can sometimes monitor your actions. Last, only use your credit card. Never use your own bank card. When someone steals your credit card information and goes to make a purchase, they're using the crediting agency's money, not yours. And crediting agencies have great policies that can either identify and stop the transaction or at least wipe the charge from your account. A bank will not put your money back if they can't recover it. There's always hesitation to using credit cards due to the high spending limits, but practicing good spending habits and not spending more than you can afford, then paying it off before the statement due date and eliminating interest accrual will yield positive results, sometimes including cash rewards. Another good resource to look into is identity theft insurance from companies such as Allstate. When an identity thief strikes, it feels like a kick in the gut. I just had my 401k locked out because I logged in from a new phone and they thought it was a thief assuming my identity. I didn't find out about this until a week later, at which point I wasn't aware that I was the one responsible and thought it was an actual thief. Sitting down, taking deep breaths, and taking note of your resources will help you maintain a steady hand during the lockdown and reporting phases of identity theft fallout. The first step in the lockdown is to contact all of your financial institutions and request freezes on your accounts. Contact the affected financial institution and begin the investigation. Take inventory of all your personal documents and make sure none are missing. Run scans on your electronics, such as computers and cell phones, to make sure there is no spyware, malware, or anything that can monitor your activity. Change all the passwords to each account provided you do not suspect your device of being compromised. Next, you're going to want to make reports to the 3 crediting agencies, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Reporting it to the FCC can also help stop and catch the thief if they continue their spree. Filing a report with the local police department is also necessary for crime statistics, or if you suspect it was stolen locally for insurance purposes, or if a financial institution requires it. In summation, identity theft has been on the rise over the past several decades, and the only way to stop it starts with you. Practice safe, healthy spending, personal identifiable information saturation, and caution online. Should you find yourself the victim of identity theft, know your resources. Again, my name is Nick Rouse, and I want to thank you for watching my presentation on identity theft countermeasures.